Magandang gabi Filipinas. Welcome to Japanese Shoe Channel. Today, I'm going to watch 14 reasons the Philippines is different from the rest of the world. I love this title. I literally love this title because it says different from the rest of the world. So, what kind of amazing things I can learn from this video? I'm so excited to watch this video. Okay, let's watch this video. But before watching the video, please subscribe to my channel and push the notification bell to not to miss my future videos. And if you like the video, please share it to your friends and family members. Thank you very much. Salamat po. Let's go.
What if I told you there is a country where over 175 languages are spoken, people text more than anywhere else in the world, and boxing fights directly influence crime rates? It sounds pretty much unbelievable, but it's all true in the Philippines. 14.
Okay.
There are more than 175 spoken
Yeah,
languages.
that's a
there
lot.
are two official languages in the Philippines: Filipino, based on Tagalog, and English. Filipino is the most commonly spoken and pop culture language, and the government of the country uses English in their work. By the way, the Philippines are number 5 on the list of the world's top English-speaking populations after US, India, Pakistan, and the UK. All this sounds pretty plain and ordinary, but in fact, the diverse linguistic groups living in the country use over 175 languages for their internal communication. Since many of them exist only in
they have
spoken
a
form,
hard
it's
time
impossible to calculate the
communicate
exact
with
amount.
each other.
13. Their capital is the most densely populated city in the world. The nation's capital, Manila, and its 16 surrounding
I've
cities
been
that
to
make up
Manila,
the
but,
Metro Manila area have a
so
population
that's
of
why
12.8
there are
million
many,
people.
many
During the
people.
daytime, this number gets way higher since many people come here to work. And while the number doesn't sound that crazy, take note that all these people live and work in an area of 16.56 square miles. This makes the population density equal to 111,002 people per square mile. And that's 5 times higher than in Mumbai or Paris, for example.
Wow.
12. They have churches in shopping malls. Shopping malls aren't merely a place where you buy stuff for Filipinos. They are
I
safe,
see,
air-conditioned
but,
community hubs with
which mall
gyms, health
has
clinics, concert
a
halls,
church?
nightclubs, parks, and even churches inside. So it's no surprise that they are the favorite place to meet up with friends for so many locals. And 3 of the world's 10 largest shopping malls are located in the
I want to
Philippines.
go
They are Mega Fashion
church
Mall of
in a
SM
mall.
Mega Mall, SM City North
Mega
EDSA,
Fashion Mall.
and SM Mall of Asia.
I
11.
see.
Filipinos
I
are
got
the number 1 texting nation in the world. You already know
nation in
Filipinos
the
love meeting up with friends at shopping malls, and when they can't see each other in person, they text. And when they do it, they rarely limit it to, "Hey, how are you?" In fact, they send about 400 million texts a day, and that's around 142 billion texts a year. It's more than the US and Europe put together. Not exactly a little number for a country of 107 million people. 10.
Europe.
They have a unique form of transportation. If you visit Manila, you'll notice some interesting looking vehicles called jeepneys.
yeah,
They are
jeepney.
converted U.S. Army jeeps that stayed in the country after World War II. Filipinos adapted them to transport up to 18
jeepney
passengers
shows the
who
image
jump on the
of
jeepney going in their
Manila
direction and ring the bell for it
or
to stop.
the Philippines.
There are about 50,000 jeepneys in Manila, and they all look different. With basketball stars, cartoon characters,
They have
inspirational
own
quotes, neon lights, and
color
whatnot
of
on them.
jeepney.
There are 2 major problems with jeepneys: safety concerns and pollution. They produce huge amounts of black smoke. So hurry up if you want to ride before they get replaced with a rapid transit system.
I need
9.
to.
One of the islands has more volcanoes than towns. The Philippines are, without a doubt, a super scenic location. Among all the islands that are a part of it, Camigan sure stands out, with more volcanoes per square mile than any other island on the planet. The island is 14 miles long and 8.5 miles wide, and has 7 volcanoes and 5 towns. And even though earthquakes and eruptions shaped it, volcanoes have been deep asleep
Is
since the
this
50s, so
volcanoes
thousands of
erupt
tourists can
sometimes?
safely visit the island these days.
Oh, so
8.
safely.
Their national flag has a secret meaning.
Hmm.
The national flag of the Philippines has two bands of blue and scarlet, and a white triangle at the hoist with a yellow sun and 8 rays, each of them standing for one province of the country. The yellow stars stand for the 3 largest island groups,
Three
Luzon,
largest
Visayas,
islands.
and
Yes.
Mindanao. What makes the
Okay.
flag really unique is that it can be reversed to declare a state of war. This happened during the Filipino Revolutionary War of 1898 to 1901 and during World War
I
II
see.
in 1941 to
So the
1945.
blue color should be
7.
top.
Boxing
of the flag.
directly affects crime rates in the country. Filipinos love boxing and are crazy about their most famous boxer, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny
Whenever he
Pacquiao.
fights, the whole country is glued to its TV sets. And according to the Philippine National Police, PNP, crime rates in the country drop significantly when he's in the ring. During his 12-round fight against American boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. that went from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., not a single crime was committed in the whole Manila metropolitan area. It was basically the same during other major fights with the
Single crime
participation
is
of the
not
people's
committed.
champ, Manny Pacquiao. 6. A lot of Filipinos work abroad. It might be because of their flexible and
Lots
reliable
of
character
Filipino
or the
works
fact that
abroad.
they speak great English as a second language. But more than 11 million Filipinos work abroad. It's around 11% of the population, and a quarter of all overseas nurses in the world come from the Philippines.
Wow.
5. Their rice terraces are the 8th wonder of the world. Banawa rice terraces are the
Banawa
oldest in the
rice
world,
terrace.
and were so smartly designed that they still bring a harvest of rice and vegetables, most of which get exported. And it is believed if all the terraces had been built end to end, they would stretch
Yeah,
halfway
I
around the
went there,
world.
and
Today, these
it is
places bring the
really
country more
beautiful
money as a
place.
tourist
But
destination than
it's,
rice plantations,
far
and
from-
thus they play
super
an
far
important
from
role
Manila.
for the economy of the Philippines. 4. They produce a lot of coconuts. For
Coconuts.
years, the Philippines had been the #1 producer of coconuts in the world. And
Well,
even
in
though
the
the
world.
leadership now belongs
Oh,
to
I see.
Indonesia, 153,532,000 tons per year is still an
Cannot
impressive
count.
number, isn't it? These coconuts are used to make anything from clothing to beauty products. 3. The first European to visit the Philippines was Ferdinand Magellan. The legendary explorer made the first record of the archipelago among the Europeans in 1521. He founded the first settlement in Cebu, and thus most of the area became a Spanish colony. This explains the fact that around 90% of the population are Christian, unlike most of the country's neighbors. In 1898, the Philippines went under U.S. rule and later, in 1946, became an independent republic. 2. A Filipino made the first karaoke machine.
Whoa.
If you love to sing along, you ought to thank
Is that not
Filipinos for your
Japanese?
favorite pastime. The first karaoke machine in the world was created in 1975 by Roberto del Rosario.
Roberto del
He
Rosario.
patented as the
Wow.
sing-along system, and even though there were some attempts to claim his creation, he still remains the only patent holder for the karaoke system.
Whoa.
1. The population is extremely good-looking.
Yeah,
Along
yeah,
with
yeah,
their love
yeah,
for
yeah.
boxing,
True.
texting, and shopping, Filipinos are crazy about beauty pageants. It might be the years of American rule that gave them this love for competitive beauty, but the fact remains a fact. They have won in all major international pageants 15 times. There were 4
15
girls
times.
crowned Miss Universe, 1 Miss World, 6 title holders of Miss International,
Wow.
and 4 Miss Earth crowns. The first
Miss
official pageant
Earth.
was held within the country in 1908. And since 2001, it's not just about beauty, but also for the promotion of environmental protection. Would you like to visit the Philippines? Or maybe you've already been there? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.
Yes, of course. I've already been to the Philippines several times, and that's why I already love Philippines a lot, especially hot weather condition. I prefer that condition. It's comfortable for me. So in Japan, it has 4 seasons, and every time season changes, we can see tree leaves color. It will change. but uh, that's the feature of four seasons. So changing color of leaves, or it has seasoning foods, like it can take at cold climate or hot climate like that. Yeah, but I don't like cold weather condition. I prefer hot weather condition like Philippines has. And also, of course, Filipinos are most warm, most warmer people in the world. Yeah, of course. So yeah, that's really attract me, definitely. Yeah. Okay, this video is good. I love to watch this kind of video again. So if you have recommendations, please leave comment below whatever you want. Like hello, hi, how are you? It's okay. Emoji is also okay. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and put notification bell to not to miss my future videos. If you like the video, please share it to your friends and family members. Thank you very much. Salamat. See you again.